While DW Spectrum IPVMS is free to install and use for viewing live video streams, it is required to have one license for each camera to record video to the DW Spectrum server. Recording licenses can be purchased from your digital Watchdog dealer and are sold in packs ranging from a single recording license to 100 recording licenses under a single key. Once purchased, a license key belongs to the owner outright with no recurring subscription fees. Let's look at how to activate a DW Spectrum recording license. To activate a license, click on the main menu drop-down in the top left and open the System Administration menu. You can also open the System Administration menu by holding the Ctrl, Alt, and A keys. In the System Administration window, select the Licenses tab. It is from the Licenses menu that the system owner and administrators can activate license keys. Enter the license key for the recording license pack into the license key box, then click Activate License. If you have purchased a DW Blackjack server, a complimentary license key is included. Once a license has been activated, the license pack information will display in the Active Licenses list. Licenses will remain tied to the DW Spectrum server computer that they were activated on and cannot be reused on other servers without deactivating the key first. However, when multiple DW Spectrum servers are merged into a single DW Spectrum system, the recording licenses can be shared across the entire system. More on merging servers will be covered in a later lesson. If you have not purchased recording licenses yet, DW Spectrum comes with a free temporary 4-pack trial license. To activate the trial license, click Activate Free License. Once activated, the 4 trial licenses can be applied to registered cameras and will be valid for up to 30 days. You can purchase permanent license keys from your digital Watchdog retailer. In some instances, owners may prefer to keep their DW Spectrum system without external internet access. This is typically in cases where there are high network security needs, and keeping the camera system isolated is considered the best solution. An obstacle that a lack of internet access poses for DW Spectrum servers is that license activation is reliant upon an internet connection to validate license activations. To accommodate systems that are kept isolated offline, the DW Spectrum developers have included a manual activation option. To manually activate a recording license for an isolated server, select the Manual Activation tab in the Licenses menu. The unique alphanumerical hardware ID that identifies the DW Spectrum server hardware will display. Copy the hardware ID and use a computer with online access to email your request for a manual license activation key file to licenses@digitalwatchdog.com. The email request should include the server's hardware ID, the license key code, and any additional notes for the licensing team. A member of the Digital Watchdog licensing team will then generate an activation key file from the information that was provided and will reply via email. Once you have received the email reply, download the activation key file that is attached and copy it to a USB stick. Insert the USB stick into the DW Spectrum server hardware and click the Browse button. Select the activation key file, then click Activate License. Once activated, the license pack information will display in the Active Licenses list. After activating recording licenses on the DW Spectrum server, they must be applied to cameras to enable them to record to the server's video archive. To use a recording license for a camera, right-click on the camera in the device list, located in the left panel, and select Camera Settings. In the Camera Settings menu, click on the Recording tab. This menu controls the recording schedule of the camera for DW Spectrum, which we will cover in the next video lesson. For now, locate the recording toggle in the top left of the window. The remaining number of unassigned recording licenses available and the total number of licenses that are activated will appear beside the recording toggle. Slide the recording toggle into the on position to apply a license to the camera and activate recording. This will be indicated by the recording toggle turning green and the rest of the recording menu becoming colorized and accessible. Click the Apply button to save the changes and activate recording for the camera. Each camera must have a recording license assigned to record to the server's video archive. Otherwise, cameras without a license assigned will only be able to show live video. After applying a recording license to a registered camera, the DW Spectrum server will create a video archive file and begin to record the camera's video. By default, DW Spectrum will use a motion-only recording type and high-quality resolution settings. You will learn about managing camera settings and managing the recording schedule in our next video lesson. Until then, let's cover deactivating recording licenses. There are few instances when a recording license pack will need to be deactivated on a DW Spectrum server. If at all, licenses will need to be deactivated only when the owner of the system wants to migrate the licenses to another server computer. Other such cases include when server hardware is being replaced or if the computer's internal hardware components are being replaced, such as the CPU, RAM, motherboard, or network interface card. Changes to the internal hardware components will alter the computer's hardware ID, which is what the recording licenses register their activation with. To deactivate a license key, the owner must log in to the DW Spectrum server and open the Licenses menu. They must then select the license, click the Deactivate button, and confirm the action in the dialog box. Otherwise, a DW Spectrum license deactivation form must be submitted to the licensing team. You can find the submission form on the Digital Watchdog website under the Contact DW Support tab on the Support page. The Digital Watchdog licensing team will send you an email to confirm once the license key has been deactivated. While licenses are the system owners to keep once they have been purchased, it is worth noting that to prevent scammers from abusing or spoofing license keys, recording licenses can currently only be deactivated up to 3 times by the owner before they must contact Digital Watchdog support with the license deactivation form. But once reactivated on the DW Spectrum server, the owner and their administrators are free to apply and assign licenses as needed.